Drop it.
Yeah. Those Eagles, y'all. Phillies. Yeah. 76ers. Take 215. About to go live. We elite boy street Philly on the rise. Wise guys, no surprise. Haters will despise. We debate every take. Hit the like and subscribe.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Take 215.
What the deal?
My name is Deja. This is my dad, Ryan. We got another familiar face in the building.
Up in the Heezy.
Shout out Quail for coming to join us.
Quail back in the Heezy.
We found him. We brought him back.
Yeah. He was MIA.
Yeah, I was in hiding for a minute. You know what I'm saying? He got tired of losing. I had to go get some mental health.
Especially the way the season
I had to go lay on
went.
somebody's couch.
He was missing the action. We had to go call Chuck Norris to find him over there.
So make sure y'all like and subscribe and follow us wherever you get your podcasts. We'll have all that linked down below.
Yes.
And without further ado, we'll get into the episode.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Fly,
all right.
fly.
Talk about them when them Saints come marching in.
When they do what now?
Who that there gonna go beat them Saints?
Marching in.
Yeah.
That's when them Eagles came and got that ass.
Boy, that was a good one. You should have had your little Jerry bees. What they call them?
Jerry bees?
I had some.
What they called?
That's what I
Oh.
posted.
Mardi Gras bees?
Where I get Jerry bees
I got
from?
some. I
Jerry
had
Springer.
You should have seen it.
But anyway, who that there gonna beat them Saints?
that?
I guess it was the Birds.
I guess
Anyway,
it was the birds. Yes.
It was
Eagles.
the Birds. It really was.
Eagles go down to New Orleans and get the dub 15-12 in a tough, hard-fought defensive battle. Very low-scoring
that was
game.
a good game.
Yeah, very low-scoring game. Read out some stats real quick. Jalen Hurts was... I need my glasses. Jalen Hurts was 29 of 38 for 311 yards, 1 interception, and Saquon Barkley ran the ball 17 times at 147 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Dallas Goedert had the game of his life.
Went off.
10 receptions, 170 yards. Couldn't get in the end zone, but that was all right. We held Alvin Kamara to only 87 yards, no touchdowns, and Derek Carr was 14 of 25, 142 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Okay.
So I guess I'll ask y'all first thoughts on the game.
My first thoughts was I was proud of the defense. The defense came to play. Out Jalen Carter, N'Kobe Dean, Jordan Davis, man. Them guys really played. Vic got those guys playing. I was proud of the defense. I was most proud of the defense. How about you?
What about you, Quail?
I'm going to be honest. Let's just tell the truth. My first thoughts after seeing the Saints' last game, I was kind of nervous.
Oh, yeah.
I had a little bubble guts here and there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And how they started off on us, you know, how they came through. But, you know, as the game, you know, kept going and on, I see our defense was holding us down. So, you know, I got kind of at ease.
Yeah, so
for a minute.
It
got
weird again.
Yeah.
The play calling got weird. So yeah, same. I didn't really watch this game.
Right.
I had to just check out for a little bit. I was following it on my phone, but I was like, I can't watch it. And then I turned it on, I think in the fourth. I watched the entire fourth quarter. But overall, my biggest takeaway is was something wrong with Jake Elliott and his Nick Sirianni high?
Why didn't kick?
Yeah. Those were my biggest takeaways from the game. I was proud of how the offense moved the ball. That was like the first time I think in NFL history somebody had like over 300 yards of offense and no points.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And then of course I was proud of the defense because Atlanta ran all over him. Bijan Robinson ran all over him. Jalen Carter said it. He was like, I played like trash.
He played like trash, yeah.
Yeah, so I was happy to see such a 180 almost from the defense.
So your thoughts so you was nervous about the game, that's why you didn't watch it?
Well,
or how was you feeling?
We talked before, and you thought you were very low on them.
I sure was.
Very low on the whole team.
After I saw those first 2 games, that all the points I was putting up, I was kind of.
He was low. He said you didn't have. You said you already had said we'll lose this one, and then at least after that
I thought we was going to lose.
We'll go on a little bit of a.
Based on how we was playing.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean?
So we talked about it last week, and Sean said it too. I just had a hard time believing that the Saints was for real. I did. I did because once it became kind of clear, obviously we didn't see the Dallas game until after, but to know that Dallas maybe isn't really what they say they was. That's why the Saints did that to Dallas. But I just had a hard time believing in Derek Carr. I just said, this is really not who this man is. Yeah. I didn't know that. I didn't think they was going to do that 3 weeks in a row.
Right. But I didn't think that we would hold them down to like, how many points they scored?
12.
So that's what I was on. I was turning it on and off. Quill called me. He was outside. I said, where you at? He said, I'm outside.
I was outside. I said, I can't go back in there and watch this game. I'm tired of these Eagles and this defense and all these. I was about to lose it, man.
Yeah.
Did you watch the whole game?
Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? In and out.
That's how you got to do it to protect your peace.
Yeah. I love that.
Right.
There you go. It's
my take
on.
on it, though, you know what I'm saying? When the Cowboys beat the Browns, that defense that the Cowboys put on the Browns was kind of rough. Yeah. And it put that in my mind that, we had to meet that same defense.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was thinking, when they played the
Saints,
that it was going to be a good game.
Right. And it wasn't.
But, you know what I'm saying? The Saints came out with the run game on them right away and kind of broke them down a little bit.
Alvin Kamara with the
really just exposed them, really.
Hey, look, Alvin Kamara looked like Little John. Yeah. Don't he with the gold teeth and the dreads.
And I think, obviously, we're going to get into that a little later, but I do think that it now seeing who the Saints beat, they beat Carolina and they beat Dallas, it wasn't
right. It was Fugazi.
Yes, and like CJ Gardner-Johnson said, they are pretenders, not contenders.
Wow.
He says, remember, they got Derek Carr as their quarterback.
And he said, he said, they let me go. I still got their name tattooed. He got the Saints tattooed on his stomach.
Yeah, wow. So, but all in all, I guess I'll ask too, like, what did y'all think of the play calling? No, this was a question I think they asked on First Take. After watching that game, what was more impressive? Was it the Saquon Barkley play or Jalen Hurts and his picks, or Nick Sirianni and his play calling? What was the highlight for y'all out of them three things? What stood out to you the most out of them three things?
You go.
It don't matter.
For me, Saquon Barkley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Say is like, this guy, for him to be running 21 miles an hour, he outran the DBs.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so humble, and his play is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, I just can't believe it. We got him.
Yeah. What about you,
put us on the board.
Was it the same thing for you? Was that what you... What was your takeaway?
I'm basically, I'm feeling the same way Ryan felt.
Yeah.
Saquon brought us through. We needed that. I don't think we could have did it without him. Bringing up the momentum for us to really get in the game and get on the board.
Yeah.
And, make something happen. That run he did really saved us.
It broke it open after that. We scored all of our 15 points in the fourth quarter.
Right.
So that really did it. But before we get into all of Saquon and his glory, the play calling, Nick Sirianni had to be smoking something, drinking something.
Oh my God.
I couldn't understand it. So even when
Nick Sirianni was trying to save his job.
He was, but it just so when it got to the fourth down that he went for it was 14 seconds left in the half.
That's what I was talking
we get the ball at the half. We get the ball after half.
Take those
so
points.
Even if you get the first down, what the hell is the plan? You're going to have maybe one or two shots at the end zone after that. So that is where I said, oh, he tripping. And then, this is the icing on the cake. We get the ball at halftime. I'm looking at it on my phone. I started laughing. I said, ain't no way in hell this did it again. Again.
The same
play.
I said ESPN got to have glitch. This app got to have glitch. Ain't no way he did that again.
And he did it again.
So, but you live and die. Sorry, that was me. I hit it. You live and die by that. That's who we are. That's who he is. But I think Jason Kelsey said it on his podcast. He said it worked so well for us in 2022. But I think we got to let that. It's a different team. It's a lot of different people on the team now. Right. And a lot of people know that's how we operate. So they are prepared to, for it. So I just think that was my biggest takeaway. I was very, very concerned because it did come out. Kellen Moore calls the offensive plays, but it was Nick Sirianni has the ultimate say on both sides of the ball.
That's what Kellen said. And I looked at his press conference today. He said sometimes all three of them make the decision together. Sometimes Vic is in on it.
Yeah.
But he said, but we come together and say, what should we do? But
they ultimately go, that's their boss. They're going to listen to Nick. If Nick say he want to go for it on fourth down, that's what they're going to listen to, even if I feel like, so I just, and the only thing I will say, Nick owned it. He said, don't put it on nobody else. It was on me. Right. When bad things happen, it's on me.
But I ain't trying to hear that.
But you got to understand, that's what we do. That's what the Eagles do.
It is.
Yeah.
We will go on the fourth down. You know that.
Yeah. But even the analytics on that one.
You know what I'm saying? We had Kelsey then, you know what I'm saying?
Right. But on that one before the half, that just didn't make no sense to me. Take the 3 points.
They didn't even do the tush push. They faked the tush push and gave it to Saquon. So I get it. That's who we are. But I just it's situational football is what it's called. Everything is not equal. Like turnovers are not equal.
No.
Whenever they is,
it depends on where they're at.
Correct.
What time of the game.
Yes. And neither is going for it on fourth down. Like sometimes it's like, hold on. Like you don't have to do that right now. We saw the way the game was going.
Yeah. And what if it Saquon, we would be 0-3.
Yeah. So
you see the relief on Nick's face.
But you can also say this: if it wasn't for Saquon, we could be 3-0 because he dropped the ball.
True.
So you can put it on both sides. But we're gonna transition to Saquon. So Saquon is the current leading rusher in the NFL after 3 games. So he's leading all running backs in touchdowns and rushing yards.
Is he leading everybody in touchdowns?
Correct. This is all the
NFL.
Yeah. Running backs.
Running backs, you know.
Running backs, he's tied for the TDs. He's tied with a few other guys, but as far as rushing yards and TDs, he's number 1.
Wow,
that
good
came
stuff,
out
Saquon.
today.
I'm so happy for Saquon, man.
Me too. So
I'm proud of my team. How we really fought. That's what impressed me. Without our wide receivers, both of them went down.
Yeah.
We fought real. You know, we kept on moving.
Churning.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Dallas Goedert, man.
Oh yeah,
God. The game of his life.
Then we gonna say thank you, God. Thank you, God.
Yeah. I mean. And you know how they always have somebody mic'd up every game. They have Jordan Mailata mic'd up. And when Dallas Goedert break loose, I'll try to insert it somewhere. He's like, go son, unload the trailer because Dallas started to slow down. Jordan like, unload the trailer. Then he said, Dallas, you slow motherfucker. Yeah, because
he kept on looking back too.
Yeah,
you should just say never look back. You supposed to just keep on
going.
going.
When he caught that thing, man, boy, I'm telling you.
He was shocked at how wide open he was too, though.
That was the best. Hey, I was in there screaming.
Yeah,
and that was 3rd and 16 too.
Yeah, 3rd and 16.
Yes.
And real shout out to Jahan Dotson because he got the pick on the pick
play.
Yeah,
Johnson ran interference.
Yeah, he had a pick play. So when they did like a little crosser route.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question though. Mm-hmm. On that play before he threw the Dallas Goedert, did y'all think it was over?
Yes.
Huh?
It was like about 50.
I felt like
it was on under a minute to go, wasn't it?
It was a minute and 16. 3rd and 16. He pulled it out.
He tried the same thing last week and threw an interception, but this time in the same corner. But this time Goddard got it.
We won.
But he didn't throw it to him last game. But we
won how we lost last week.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
So,
we sure did.
I will say.
I thought about that.
I will say. So when we got the ball, I was like, here we go. But then they put a graphic up and they said Jalen Hurts is in his career how many game-winning drives he had, and it was a lot. It was like 10. I was like,
what?
We slipping on him a little bit. I was like, and so it's so funny because I was kind of with y'all. I was like, oh, we ain't gonna get this. Even when it got 3rd and 16, they had put the graphic up right before that. I was like, because we going for it on 4th down.
Anyway.
And I said they're gonna get a little bit of that back right here, and then we're gonna go for it on 4th down. So I knew, to me, in my head, I was like, if we get 16 yards and we get a 1st down, we're gonna score.
Because we needed a touchdown, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I said if we get these 16 yards, we're gonna score.
And so, and Jalen played pretty good. And I don't think that pick was his fault with Devontae.
The fumble was. He was holding it how
yeah.
LaShawn
we took the air out of him when we scored that touchdown. That 2-point conversion was just like walking on in.
Yeah.
We just took the air out of him. I believe I can see it in their face.
With the pick, people blame Devontae Smith, but we needed 6 points to win. Oh, 13. Because and the Saints didn't get their 2-point conversion.
Right. So
they didn't get their 2-point conversion.
Yeah, we needed 6.
We needed 6. We didn't have to go for 2, but we wanted to make it a 3-point game.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember the drive previously when Chris Olave scored, they didn't get their 2 points.
Exactly.
Yeah, they didn't get their 2-point conversion. But I will say, the pick that Jalen threw, I'm 50-50. It was kind of Devontae's fault, but also that's not AJ Brown. You can't Devontae is a small receiver. Yeah, and so Tyrann Mathieu was a vet, and he knew what was about to come, and he's bigger.
And he kind of out-muscled him.
Yes, and if it was AJ Brown, we talking.
It was in his hands.
Yes.
Yeah, AJ Brown, like little He-Man.
Yeah, AJ Brown
snatched it
correct. Is what I'm trying to say.
Batman.
So know your receivers too, because why would you even have Devontae run that route? It's kind of, but I think it was a combination of things. But that fumble was Jalen. Jalen. He just
running
and just had the ball out here.
Right. I hate when he do that.
Just running
holding
the ball out.
Holding it out like he always do that.
And they just raked it and swatted it.
You know, how many times you gonna fumble like that? You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, he did that in the Super Bowl.
He sure did.
He just dropped it in the Super Bowl. They didn't even hit it out of his hand. He just dropped it. That made it all the worse.
I had a flashback when he dropped that. It reminded me of the Super Bowl game.
But speaking of the defense, so we'll kind of go into the defense as well too. No, sorry, pause. I wanted to talk about Jalen and his turnovers. He's got the most turnovers in the league since last year's week 1. He has 4 picks on the year and like 3 or 4 fumbles. But dating back to the beginning of the last season, he got like 28, 29. Normally, that's Josh Allen numbers. Right. He didn't surpass Josh Allen with the turnovers. So are we concerned about that? Or do you think, because he's throwing the ball, also I will say Jalen is he's 4th in passing.
Okay.
Out of all the NFL. Yes.
Okay, so the more you throw it, the more big you're going to throw it.
But some of them, I'm like, damn, So is that a concern of y'all's?
It's a little concern with me because it's dating back to last year.
Yeah, the most. Yeah. So do you think that this is something that we can clean up with the longer that we, he is under a new offense, but he's under a new offense every year. So or do you think that this is just going to come with the territory and this is something we just need to expect because he's throwing the ball? Because Kellen Moore like to throw.
I think he just need to be a little bit more careful when we get in the red zone. Like, take it a little bit more serious and stop taking them foolish chances that he been taking.
Yeah.
But I think the stats said when Kellen Moore had Dak that year, Dak had a lot of picks that year.
Dak led the league in picks.
Under Kellen Moore, because that's how much he throw it.
Yeah, Kellen liked to throw it a lot, but obviously we'll probably run it a little bit more than Dallas did because we got Saquon. We got Saquon, and it's just so funny more on him about how all of people are like, oh, the Eagles would have been 0-3 without Saquon. And so, why the hell you think we paid him?
Why you think we got him?
We knew we would also be 0-3 without him.
The bad thing about the other people, fans that's not our fans, they're always praying on him getting hurt.
Yeah.
Why you want this man to get hurt?
Yeah.
Let him be great. Mm-hmm. He couldn't be great over there in New York. They didn't want to pay him.
Now he got a halfway decent line.
He got one of the best lines in the league. Put some respect on our line. Halfway decent.
Way better than you're right.
We got a top 3 line in the league.
But I just think Saquon is a difference maker, and they was like, oh, everybody on ESPN, we paid too much money for him, gave him $12 million a year. He done earned that money already.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He earned that the first game.
Yeah, the first
3
game.
touchdowns.
Yeah. And he was a little down on himself after the Atlanta game because of that.
I don't know why.
Yeah, because
he dropped that ball. He said he felt bad.
Yeah, but how we kicked the field goal earlier, it don't even matter what you drop the ball or not. Right. You can't ever. I mean, obviously he gonna put.
We had more opportunities to win that game. So he couldn't be down.
It was his fault.
You can't put the onus just on him. But that was
opportunities to win.
Yeah. So previewing
interceptions.
Correct. Yeah, we did. Previewing next week. So we are where we at? We are at Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Right.
We open as 2.5-point favorites. Obviously, we are very banged up at the moment. So
the wide receiver spot.
Yes. Brent Covey broke his shoulder, so he out for 6 weeks. And then Devontae Smith is in concussion protocol. Lane Johnson is in concussion protocol. A.J. Brown is still dealing with the hamstring.
And none of them practiced today.
They didn't, but it was just a walkthrough.
Okay.
The Eagles put out, they said it's just a walkthrough. So I'm hoping.
They got him listed as questionable.
They do. And I think with A.J. Brown, I might see him. Hamstrings are tricky, though.
Only reason why I don't think A.J. going to play because we have a bye after this game, a well-needed bye. We have a bye. So I just think they're going to rest. I think they're going to rest A.J. I think Devontae might play, but I don't think A.J.'s going to play.
Lane and Devontae will play as long as they come out of protocol. They'll play because it's not it's not a physical injury, so they just got to clear that. And then Slay practice or what did the walkthrough?
That's what I was going to ask you. Was Slay play?
His podcast. I saw him on his podcast today. He said he'd be good to go.
Yeah,
we need that. That's the one thing.
Yeah. Slay good to go.
You see when Slay went out, you see what happened to him?
They went right to Keely Ringo. They went right to him.
Right. Oh, my God. They took advantage of it.
But, I mean, it's hard, too, when you first of all, you a backup, and then you standing around all game, and then you get thrown into it. Had he had Keely play all game, it might have been a little different.
You got to get ready. You got to be pumped up on the sideline.
Especially in the secondary. You never know.
But that's why they put Isaiah Rodgers. He said just a decision that he made.
I think somebody said, what the hell did Isaiah Rodgers do to the coaching staff? Because you had him pegged to start.
Yeah.
And he was hurt and but him or Devin White done did something.
Yeah.
Devin White was in street clothes on Sunday.
Yeah, because Vic Fangio, if you don't,
over there with AJ Brown looking like crisscross.
Make
it jump.
Make you wanna Vic Fan make you wanna.
Yeah, Vic Fangio.
What this boy look like? I said this boy look like crisscross.
Which Chris he look like?
The dark skin.
The dark Chris.
He was Chris, not Pro.
But yeah, Vic Fangio make you earn it.
Yeah.
So he don't care what your name is. So we'll see. But Mekhi Becton, Lane.
Mekhi's playing.
Why Landon Dickerson questionable?
I didn't see that on the injury report today.
It's right here. And they don't have Lane on here, so I'm wondering if that's a mess up. But anyway, so we are favored by 2.5. We gotta get them back for you know.
And you know what though, and we picked up we got Ross off the practice squad.
Yeah.
We picked them up on the practice squad.
I think either Devontae or AJ, one of them gonna play.
Hopefully, but I like Johnny Wilson. He's still a young boy from Florida State. But
I didn't like him because he dropped that ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. On.
But you gotta imagine he didn't think he would be in a 2-minute drill.
But guess what though? It was a good thing he did drop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah. So Baker stunk last week. Baker Mayfield was piss poor last week. Who beat him? The Broncos beat them bad.
Devontae, a homie from Wallace.
Yeah. So what y'all think? What are y'all predictions for that game? What's the key to win? They got them big receivers. They got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. So we gotta.
If none of our wide receivers don't play, it's a defense really going to step up.
Yeah.
We still got Saquon and Dallas Goedert. But if Devontae or AJ don't play, that's going to be.
I think what we need to do is just play the game, take it easy, just see what comes out. Because I don't think we need to go in there and get Saquon hurt. You know what I'm saying? Trying to take up.
Oh, but they're gonna run the hell out of him though. If
I know that's what's gonna happen.
If AJ or Devontae don't play,
he gonna
run a lot. But
they had a week to practice for this, a plan for this.
I just don't think they should right now. We about 3-4 games in. We still need it. We need him to stay healthy.
But they might not give him all the workload. They might not. You know. We'll see.
Well, also Saquon didn't really touch the ball until the second half last game. Like he didn't.
You're right. They did.
He had 100-something yards in the second half.
Yeah. So I think I wanted him to get involved early. Maybe get him involved more early, and then we can lay off in the end if
I think they'll get him involved more early this time. Especially we probably have to depend on the running game a little more, and
that's what they're gonna have to do.
Yeah. But I think
what they're gonna have to do.
I don't know how long. Obviously, it's differences in symptoms with concussions and stuff, but I think one of them gonna play, and I don't think with the AJ Brown thing they're gonna look at it like, oh well, we got to buy next week. Let's just see. I think if AJ can go, he gonna go.
I think so too, but
did he say he was ready?
They didn't. They said he's questionable. He listed as questionable.
He was doubtful last week, and now he's questionable.
Yeah, so he's getting better.
Yeah, he's getting better. But because I think for him too, he might not want to sit that long. You know.
Hopefully he'll play.
Like because if
when will we know? Thursday or when will we know when they
Friday?
Play? Friday we'll know.
Yeah, Friday. So.
Okay.
We'll see what happens, but y'all want to do predictions on that or no? You think we come out with a win? I think if we get to Baker, he gonna throw us a pick or two. Shout out Reed Blankenship. We gonna get him another one, hopefully.
White chocolate.
Yeah.
They calling him
Baker got a loaded gun.
Ed Reed Blankenship.
You don't want to play with Baker Mayfield when he think he got ups on you.
They calling him. These are the names for Reed Blankenship. Ed Reed Blankenship. Chalk Dog,
yeah.
And then what was the other one? I can't think of the other one. Something with some milk, but yeah.
Yeah, but I think we favor by 2.5 points.
Which is basically a toss-up because
right.
Tampa Bay should get 3 for being at
home. But if we don't turn the ball over and just play it simple, I think we still can eke it out.
And I think our defense.
Our defense gonna hold us down.
If we don't turn the ball over on offense,
right?
We did last time.
But I don't think we definitely can't afford to do it again.
No, because they coming off this bad loss.
We gonna give them a good game. It's time for the secondary to step up.
And even without our 2 wide receivers, we still
are favored.
Yeah.
So
That's
like they still that's saying a lot.
Because Jalen
Yeah.
Hurts gonna run anyway after that.
And kudos to him. He's been running that ball too.
Yeah, he's gonna run.
You could tell he's healthier than last year.
Yeah.
Like he's healthier than last year.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So that's a 1:00 game in Tampa. After that, we do have a bye. So I guess we'll stay in the NFC East and talk about that dog whooping that Dallas got put on them. So Dallas, hold on, y'all. Let me get this pulled up. They played at home in AT&T Stadium again in front of them fans. They played the Baltimore Ravens. The score don't even tell the full story because the Ravens messed around like they always often do. But Ravens 28, Dallas 25.
That was
Lamar Jackson only had to throw the ball, only completed 12 passes. Lamar Jackson only completed 12 passes. He was 12 of 15 for 182 yards and 1 touchdown. Dak Prescott was 28 for 51. Garbage time, empty calories, throwing the ball everywhere for 379 yards and 2 touchdowns. Derrick Henry had a day, 25 carries, 151 yards for 2 touchdowns.
King Henry.
Yeah. He's just so big.
He was walking through them boys. Get out of my way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How you gonna be my height in a running back?
Just big.
Looking like the Predator.
Yeah,
them braids just slick.
And the dreads barely even move. They be stiff. He's running. But so there was a lot of chatter on the sideline. CeeDee Lamb was pissed off, but he fumbled in the red zone. Micah Parsons had a lot to say.
Yes, he did.
So do y'all think that it's time to? Well, wait, is that another screen? Time to panic? Okay, well, I ain't gonna go there yet. All right. So overall, did you think that this was more about the Ravens needing the win because they was 0-2, or Dallas stinking?
I think a little bit of both. I think Dallas stinking.
Okay.
And I think the Ravens needed to win too, because Dallas just when they beat the Cleveland, I thought they was a little better than when they was.
Yeah. But now the Giants beat Cleveland, so it ain't that
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't think Dallas is that good.
Okay.
I'm not saying they can't win.
They lost a lot last year.
Yeah.
And players.
And now this is early in the season for them to already drop two losses,
Yes.
and it don't get easier. Because after this, they got San Fran, they got Detroit.
Yeah, they got
us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it gets nasty for them down the road. Did you think that the issues between CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott, like the kind of back and forth on the field, did y'all think that was just like nothing, or is it stuff starting to get weird over there?
I think it's gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
Yeah. Don't you?
Yeah. So,
but you can't. I'm gonna tell you about Dallas. They sneaky.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They start off kind of rocky, but mid-season, then you start seeing them start, putting it together a little bit.
They do, but they've never been this bad.
But they never lost 2 early games like this in a while.
Yeah, they
have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, they had some heavy hitters coming at them.
Yeah.
I mean, they playing
some. And, they got Pittsburgh coming up too.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. So, in the game, do y'all think that they I think they need a running back. They could have signed Derrick Henry, and come to find Derrick Henry lived down the street from the stadium.
Like Zeke?
Come on now.
He gonna get you about 2 or 3 yards.
Zeke the free.
Yeah.
Zeke out there running like this.
Yeah, he's so stiff when he
I
runs.
said, man, why did they bring him back?
They needed a bell cow back when they get in the red zone, but they not getting in the red zone.
They signed Zeke back, everybody went crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like they just hit the lotto.
And now they're going crazy.
Yeah.
They could have had Derrick Henry for $9 million.
Wouldn't that have been scary?
$9 million. And Jerry Jones is just Gerald Wayne. He's very senile. I just don't. I just don't get it. So, do y'all think it's time to panic?
Is it time to panic for Dallas?
Let me read y'all. Sorry to interrupt. Let me read y'all the schedule. They obviously got the Giants. We'll talk about that shortly. They got the Giants, the Steelers. Those are the Steelers. I think they can win because what the Steelers do?
The defense,
and they run the ball.
Right.
Then they got the Lions.
Oh.
Then they got the 49ers.
Oh.
I think they can beat the Falcons.
Yes.
Then they got the Eagles and the Texans. What are those two?
Oh man, they got a rough little road coming.
Yeah.
But
I think they go 2-4 in that stretch.
2-4. So you got them. Okay.
What about you? What you think? What you think?
The Falcons might give them a good game.
I think they can if they don't get to Kirk Cousins.
You can't count them out because Kirk
and Bijan.
And they almost beat.
You already see they can't stop the run.
Yeah,
now.
and Bijan.
That's a hell of a run.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you're right. Maybe the Falcons sneak out a win. If the 49ers look crazy because they don't got no players.
But by the time they play them, they might be back.
They might. Yeah. If I had to pick them to lose, I mean, to win 2 of these games, it would be the Giants and the Falcons. If I had to pick 2.
Me too.
If I had to pick 2, but I mean,
that'd be have them going what 2-2,
2 and 4 in that stretch. And if they go 2 and 4 in stretch, they don't make it from that. I don't think because they've already lost 2.
Right.
So that would be them with 6 losses by the middle. I don't think they make it. Because the Commanders, Jaden Daniels look like something. Right. I watched that game against the Bengals.
So that'll be 6 losses before the half of the season is even up.
Yeah.
And then they got to play the Giants twice and us twice.
Yeah, and then
but the back half of the schedule.
The back half is easy because then after the Texans, the Commanders are not. I watched what he did to Joe Burrow and the Bengals. I'm not saying they don't win both of those games against the Commanders. I don't know if we do. If our defense can't stop the pass. But it's they on the back end of their schedule is Commanders, Giants, Bengals, Panthers, Bucks, and us and Commanders. So a lot of NFC East games at the
at the end. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it's time to panic. Did y'all see the what Micah Parsons said to press conference?
About people playing Superman and all that.
It's him. And he calling out his teammates. He said, I don't know why I have to tell grown men how to do their job. We got too many people playing Superman. It was like there was no accountability. He said, I like podcast Parsons.
And they showed the tape, how he was running around all over the place.
He being Superman.
Right. And in the first 3 games, he only got 1 sack.
Yeah. So
1 sack.
He called out all his players, all his teammates, and when they watch film, they be like, "He talking about us. Look at him, like you on film." So I just
do stuff for his podcast.
He do, but
he like attention.
He does, but I think I think sooner or later they're gonna tell him you got to shut that down. You not producing, you draw more attention to yourself. It's just a bad look for the Dallas Cowboys and where they are right now, and how he like if you put his numbers on the screen for the past 2 years, they ain't been that great.
No,
they ain't been that great.
No.
And so I just don't think he should have the right to get to put on that stink show and then go home and set up his equipment and get on the internet and start talking.
And sometimes I don't even like when Slay do it sometimes. You know what I mean?
But Slay old too.
I don't like all that, man.
Yeah.
Let's just play ball. I don't like all that.
Yeah.
But hear me out.
Attention. We ain't no showboaters.
But hear me out. Now in this day and age, a lot of these dudes are setting up their future for getting on TV.
Because Slay about to retire.
Slay's gonna retire. The Kelseys, they old. They was old when they started doing it. We talked about this last week. I don't care if you have a podcast, if you kind of towards the end of your career, you're established.
Right.
Darius Slay is established. The Kelsey brothers are established. I think those are the only people that have
and Slay probably ain't got but 1 2 more years.
No, he already been talking about how he kind of ready to shut it down. So I just don't. And Slay don't really talk too much about other people, or other play. Like he don't really call. Like you don't never
talk his shit on the field.
Yeah. You don't never see him going viral for a clip that or anything he said. So speaking of podcast Parsons, he tried to call out C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'm gonna insert a clip so y'all can see what he said. He said because C.J. Gardner-Johnson had a lot to say about the Saints.
Right. Why is he even worrying about that?
That's what even Dallas Cowboy fans are saying. Micah, why are you worried about the Eagles and the Saints?
Yeah.
Worry about, they're furious. The Dallas Cowboy fans are furious. He said that, I don't know who C.J. Gardner thinks he is for him to say this about Derek Carr and the Saints. They were down a lot of guys, and they still put up a big fight. It's not like the Eagles blew them out. Okay, but he failed to mention that we were missing A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith,
keep on.
Lane Johnson, Mekhi Becton, Britton Covey. He didn't fail to mention anybody we were missing. And then he was like, I don't know why he would say that. They're a good team. The Saints are a good team. No, baby. They blew you out. And
you got blew out the last 2 games, so why are you talking anyway?
Exactly.
You want to put the Saints on a pedestal because they ran the ball down your throat.
Yeah.
Pause.
Yeah.
Like, that's why you want to put the Saints on a pedestal. But when
too much, come on.
Yeah. Take that.
Yeah. So even I read the comments, and even Dallas fans are like, bro, please turn the podcast off.
Right.
Shut it down. Go look at film.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Why do you care about the Eagles or the Saints? You already played the Saints. You don't play the Eagles for weeks to come.
Wow, he's obsessed.
But did they see what we did to the person that damaged them?
That's why.
That's why
we stopped them.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's why he ran his mouth.
That's why he's running his mouth like that.
And everybody in the comments like, you only saying this because of what the Saints did to you, but the Eagles held him to 200 offensive yards.
Everybody trying to play Superman.
And he's the main one.
And, when you get smacked in the face, you got to stand up.
And what they did, they fell back down again against the Ravens.
Got pimp smack.
So I just, next they play the Giants on Thursday Night Football. If they lose that, first of all, Malik Neighbors is also for real.
He sure is.
What school he come from?
I don't know. I forgot,
No.
but he was a high pick.
He was a number first round pick. If they lose this game, what do y'all think happens? Do heads roll?
If they lose against the Giants,
Where they playing at?
at the Giants,
they play at Giants tomorrow.
Well, you can't really say that because the Giants just won. You know,
That's
they might be on the road.
But typically, the Cowboys ain't lost to the Giants in about
12 times.
Yeah.
So I think they'll beat the Giants.
You think they do?
Yeah. I think
They
they'll
favored
beat
by 6.
Yeah.
It
dropped to 5.
I wouldn't put my money on it.
What did I say? Yeah, call Bill Belichick.
Yeah, they need to call Bill Belichick.
But Bill Belichick will strangle Jerry Jones. He's not going to deal with that. He's going to put on that cut-off half-sleeve hoodie and put Jerry Jones in a full Nelson. Is it full Nelson?
Yeah, I never got that hoodie with the cut-off sleeves you wear.
That's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
I would say, bold prediction, I think they lose. I think they lose and things go to hell.
That's a hot take. You think they lose?
I think they lose and things go to hell. I think they're mentally weak. They have no spine. I think they're broken down.
Dang, I think they're mentally weak. They have no spine. You go down the line.
I'm sorry.
Dang, go. You. Boy, you was going down the line. I had to stop her.
I got to go on some more. I do. I just think they're front runners. They're and if they can't, if you get a lead on them, they can't mentally take it.
It's over.
They don't have that mentality to where they can claw back into something. That defense is built to pin their ears back and get after the quarterback. And when you got somebody that can run the ball, they can't do nothing with it.
Man.
They can't.
They're spineless, huh?
No, yeah.
Wow.
You crazy.
You rough on them, boy.
Yeah. I just saw.
Yeah.
I just saw the way CeeDee Lamb was kind of showing up Dak and like he was saying something to Dak.
He came and said it was his fault. He said he shouldn't have done that. He said.
Oh, he did. CD did.
Yeah. He said it was
it.
my fault. And he said I had to look in the mirror and that was my fault.
Because you the one that missed training camp.
Yeah.
So and then you fumbled it. So how was that? Yeah. And then after Micah calling out his defense, I don't think that they rally behind anything like that.
And then when you start doing, sometimes you need to be called out, but a lot of times that's just the beginning of the end when teammates look what happened to us when we started arguing on the sideline.
Right.
What happened to us? We just went down. So
I thought you meant you and Quell. I was about to say, what sideline y'all was arguing on?
I'm talking about the Eagles.
I was like, what competitive sport y'all playing? I was like, where was I?
Yeah, I mean the Eagles last year. Remember how they was arguing on the sideline?
Yeah. So I just think it's the beginning of the end. I think Mike McCarthy loses his job at the end of this regardless.
Yeah.
Because I think that if 2 teams from the NFC East make the playoffs, I think it's us in Washington.
Yeah.
I don't think you didn't watch that game. You didn't.
No, but I saw the highlights. Yeah.
But we're spirit breakers.
Yeah. So
Washington might be looking good, but hey. So did the daggone New Orleans Saints.
Yeah,
they were looking just like Washington.
And before you move on, I have to say, when healthy, with all our guns, when Devontae, even if we do drop a couple, but with Devontae, when all our starters back, we're going to be hard to beat, bro.
If we are playing together
and
doing what we supposed to do, not getting all these damn penalties.
Yeah, I did.
We are hell no. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, even
on weapons.
After the Bengals played Washington, they said, "Do y'all think Washington have a chance to win the NFC East?" And obviously they have a chance. Everybody has a chance.
Yeah.
But I think it was Stephen A. He said, "But when the Eagles are completely healthy, it's hard, that's hard to beat."
That offense is too many
weapons. That
weapons.
offense is crazy. So I think the defense stays on this path. I don't think they obviously there's going to be bad games.
Zach Bond is going off.
Yeah, I think they stay on this trajectory, this upward trajectory. I think they lose. But you think they win? You think they win comfortably? Let's do our Dallas pick for tomorrow night football, Thursday night football on prom.
Oh man, I hope you're right, but I'm still gonna get the edge to Dallas.
Yeah.
Since they done beat the Giants 12 times straight.
Yeah, have they?
Yeah.
Okay.
So 12 times straight.
They got Malik Neighbors.
Yeah. So but one never knows. But if the Giants will start running the ball,
that's what I'm saying. That's all it takes for them.
Yeah, that's all it takes. And
that's all it takes. They got the recipe on.
And it's out there. It's out there. Everybody knows
the blueprint is out.
The blueprint is out there. Everybody know what it. Obviously, you got to still go out there and execute. I don't know who in the world is the Giants running back.
That's a guy named Singletary, I think.
Oh, Devin Singletary.
Yeah.
You have to still execute, but I think if they run the ball, and Daniel Jones got some legs on him too, and then I think
that's what's gonna get him.
Yeah, I think
he can
so.
run too.
Yeah, he can run.
So the blueprint is out.
I think I'm gonna take the Giants. I would never pick Dallas to win anything.
Well, you're right.
You know that? Don't you ever think that I would say that?
Yeah.
But I just,
I know people are low on them right now, but they haven't not lost two back. They've gotten blown out in their last 3 home games, like cooked. Obviously, they came back against Baltimore, but Baltimore let their foot off the gas,
Garbage
and they
time.
playing
prevent defense.
Yeah,
and all that.
They just they cover they keeping everything in front of them.
Yeah,
Baltimore's defense was. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't really.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this is segment gonna be for you, Uncle Matt. The Steelers.
Matt.
I gotta go find what he said, but I think what he said 8-6-0, 10-0. Oh, he was smoking.
No, because he said he was gonna lose to us.
But we don't play them until way later.
Oh, he said 10-0, Sean.
We don't play them until like week 12 or 13 or
Did something
something.
happen on the Steelers that I didn't know nothing about? I mean,
Well,
what happened?
Russell Wilson, they 3-0
And
with Justin Fields.
who did they play? I don't even keep up with them.
They beat the Chargers, they beat the Falcons, which we couldn't do, and then they beat the Broncos. However, they have allowed 26 points between them 3 games. That defense is for real.
Defense is real.
So it's allowing the offense to, Justin Fields is
Kick
still
field
getting
goals.
they got 20. It was 20 last time, but one game the kicker scored all 18 of the points for
that
the
TJ
Steelers.
Watt, what's his name?
TJ Watt. That's
TJ Watt's good. Yeah.
The defense has only given up 26 points. That's crazy.
So Matt, you're on a good start, but we'll see if it goes 10-0.
They played the Colts next. I think they beat the Colts, and then I think they beat the Cowboys.
Ooh, I hope they beat the Cowboys. And they
On Sunday Night Football.
do they go to? Is it at Cowboys or at?
That's in Pittsburgh.
Ooh, yeah.
I just think it's that defense, and it's obviously Justin Fields is still new in this offense. I don't know if we're gonna see Russell Wilson or not, but I do think that the defense stopping people is allowing them to, they don't have to put up crazy offensive numbers.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, but so far. Looking at the schedule, he said they was going to beat the Jets. I think the way Aaron Rodgers is back, I don't think they beat the Jets. I think they lose to the Jets.
The Jets going to win now.
I think so. That would mean they're going 1, 2,
Aaron
3.
in his bag right now.
I think they go 6-0 and they lose to the Jets.
They lose to the Jets.
Yeah.
And where they play at?
In Pittsburgh. But Aaron Rodgers, he looked good.
He did.
Sunday
And
night.
he took off. They thought Aaron thought them legs. Aaron took off last game.
I think that.
But who did they play though?
Who?
It was the Tennessee one.
New England, but New England had 1, 2.
Okay, all right.
2 or 1, yeah.
I'm still not sold on it, but
On
I know,
the Jets?
Yeah,
Or
I know Aaron's bad, but the teams they played ain't really.
Well, but if you just watch Aaron Rodgers, I was more so
It's
looking
about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I was
Just
looking
watching
at
him.
Aaron Rodgers.
He could rally a team together.
Correct.
Once,
Like I was
you know how
looking
to get him to work playing.
I was looking at how Aaron Rodgers, and it kind of looked like Green Bay Aaron Rodgers is what I was seeing.
Okay.
So he got good. Like Breece Hall is good. Garrett Wilson is good. But aged because he's 38 or whatever.
Yeah.
A little aged, but still just the way that he was able to the back shoulder passes and off one leg. Like
he can sling it.
Yeah. So I think the Pittsburgh loses to the Jets. That's gonna be my first game. I think they lose to the Jets.
It's gonna be a low score game.
I think if they win any games that they win, I think it's going to be them holding the offense to under like 20 points.
Right, because their defense is so good.
Yeah. I don't know if they win any that they have to put where it requires Justin Fields to put up a bunch of numbers, and I don't know that we see Russell Wilson.
I don't think so. They can't after they go
starting 3-0.
Right, they can't yank him and put Russell in there. I don't. We'll see.
Miami's calling to see if they can get Wilson.
Oh. Miami's calling.
But I get all that. What happened? Didn't he just get hurt?
Who?
Russell. Like what?
I don't know what happened. He got hurt. I don't know how he got hurt. I don't know what.
But why does Pittsburgh never want to see him in the game? Is it because you can't take somebody out that's gone 3-0?
Right, and he's still supposed to be hurt. Mike Tomlin said.
But what the hell Miami need him for then?
Because Tua.
But you gonna have 2 hurt quarterbacks?
Well, I don't know. Tua. I don't
Put
know.
them together.
Yeah.
Tua brain is on pause and
Yeah,
for another.
yeah.
Like he
Tua
won't
like,
play. I know.
Yeah, I ain't lying, man.
I'm
His
like,
fingers
oh my
to that.
That camera wasn't on him, was it? Okay.
I mean, I won't pick it up. I mean, that's how he was on the
Yeah,
ground.
Yes,
He was on the
fingers.
ground like this. You might as well give me
Don't do it.
Yeah, I know his hands was like, what they call it?
It locked up. His hands,
Yeah,
his
yeah,
fingers
yeah,
locked
yeah,
up
yeah.
because his
He
brain.
told, don't do it.
Jesus
Don't do it.
Christ.
If he ain't no Eagle, he already default. I don't have no mercy on no teams. Quarterbacks and no.
So yeah,
If we was playing him, we'd hope he get hurt.
you got any parting words?
Party
anybody?
shots. No, I ain't got no shots out today. Well, yeah, all the take 215 subscribers. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Eagle Nation. Shout out to Quill for being back in the house.
Coming back and joining us.
Yeah. And that's
So-
about all I got. You got anything? And you'll be 29 soon.
I know. I said that on the last episode, not knowing what day my birthday was.
You're gonna be
but-
29.
Yep.
When in nine.
You still my baby girl, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't, Quill, you got any
You
final
got
words?
you got the shout outs, Quail, any parting words you want to say to your
Well,
peoples?
I'm glad we won the game because I had to go to the doctor the next day and my blood pressure was kind of high.
What?
Yeah. You having no ulcers or high blood
but,
pressure. It's
I
hard.
told him I'm going to cut back on a couple of losing games.
Then you got to come back.
Yeah, I'm just going to
Yeah.
walk outside.
You just
when
got
we
to turn it
start
off.
losing.
Just turn it off.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
turn it off and come
And
back
be
in.
surprised. Look at your phone 2
Check-
hours later. Whatever
Yeah,
happened,
check it
happened.
out. Check on your phone. Something
Yeah.
like that.
I could have ran through the TV and slapped Saquon on the back.
Right.
He was over there like this right here. I'm tired of this shit.
He was on the sideline like that.
Yeah, I seen him. Yeah.
He's like, what the hell going on? We moving the ball. Yeah.
He goes, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
We can't
Yeah.
keep doing this now.
Shout out
I ain't come over here
Saquon.
for this.
Shout out Saquon. And-
Right, I
and-
ain't come over here to be with no
Because
1 and 2.
he-
I could have stayed in New York.
Because I said he was hyped too.
Yeah.
He was hyped too.
Oh yeah, I would have been too. I scored.
Yeah, but I like that. I like the energy you
Because
bring
he
it
was
too.
like, I could have went back to New York for this.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, but they
yeah.
love him in Philadelphia.
Boy, they
Oh,
love him,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
Say.
You know what I'm saying? They love him.
Well,
love
guys,
him
we
in
do love him. We love you, Saquon.
Yeah, say.
Thank y'all for
Yeah.
tuning in to it.
Since Carolina ain't doing this no more, keep on pounding.
No.
We're gonna take that from Carolina.
Yeah.
Eagles are pounding now.
Pound, Eagles pound.
Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Take
Yes.
215. Make sure y'all like and subscribe.
That's right.
My name
Tell
is
your
Deja.
friends and tell your friends and tell your friends.
To
Yeah.
subscribe.
We out
yes.
here.
Here we are.
Shout out Quill for joining us, and we will see y'all next week. Go Birds.
Go Birds. Peace.
All right.